My constituency is very diverse here. We have people who are right of right and left of left, and they are all supportive of the museum. So we are really careful because we are one of the few places where people still listen to each other. Most places are so polarized. People come in, they already know what they're going to be, what their thoughts are. Nothing I'm going to say is going to change that. And so we don't do that. We don't go, look, because I will lose half my audience immediately. So my favorite story that I tell is about Tuvia Bielski, who was a young adolescent. I would say maybe he was 19 years old, in Belarus. And he saw his grandparents, I'll try it again. Sorry. Clearly it's lunchtime. The favorite story I like to tell.
You can just pick up what you saw.
Okay. So he saw his parents murdered, well, the family says by Nazis. My favorite story that I tell is about Tuvia Bielski, who was a young adolescent. I would say maybe he was 19 years old, in Belarus. He saw his parents murdered, well, the family says by Nazis in Belarus, but what we know about Belarus is that there weren't a lot of Nazis that came through there. Many of them were just collaborators, basically people's neighbors came in. He saw his parents killed, and he escaped, he and his brothers escaped into the forest and were safe, while most of the town's Jews were taken into the ghetto. They created a ghetto, and they were put there. And rather than just stay safe, Tuvia Bielski began digging holes and getting people out of the ghetto, so that by the end of the war he had created an entire city in the forest and saved over 1,200 people. But that's not my favorite part of the story. My favorite part of the story is that after the war, he immigrated to the United States and he became a taxi driver. And he was just a person. And he had a family, and he grew old, and he died. I think that one of the things that people feel is that either you're a superhero or you're not. You're a hero all the time, or you're never a hero. And the important lesson that comes out from the Holocaust, again, is that you don't have to be a hero all the time. But there are going to be moments in your life when you are asked to do the right thing. And you have to have that moral center. You have to have that moral compass and move towards that instead of walking away from that responsibility.